Do 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 do. Okie dokie. We could be live. We could be live. We'll go. Fuck it. Do that. Play subs. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. We actually should be good just to hop straight into a game, I think. We should be good just to play ball. Let's play ball. Okay. E4, baby. E4, E5, knight attack the pawn. We're just going to play a scotch. As simple as can be. Hopefully they just trade off with us. That'd be pretty handy. That would be pretty handy. Okay. They definitely trade off the pawn. But, you know, do they play knight takes on d4? Is the question. Knight takes on d4 would be very handy for me. But I think potentially unlikely. Potentially unlikely. Okay, they do actually take, well, maybe they'll go for some c5. Okay, no, just play knight f6. So I'll just go knight c3, defend the pawn. Feels logical, right? Feels logical. Defend this pawn. Maybe ideas of, you know, getting this bishop out, getting long castled. Instant pressure on the d-file, just like absolutely crush this guy. That'd be pretty good. Maybe even, I probably should have pushed the pawn. Probably should have pushed the pawn in hindsight, actually. I could have just pushed the pawn, sent you all the way back. Don't know why I didn't do that. Or maybe I was like h5 or something. But such is life. Such is life. Yeah, I'm just going to get long castled. Maybe bishop d3 looks good. But also maybe a little bit reductive. I like e5 a lot. You know, takes, the rook hits the queen. Very unclear where the queen's going to be going. If the rook does just absolutely try and maul you. So yeah, let's go for this. This looks quite appealing. This does look very, very appealing. And I do think they have to take, right? Because otherwise I'm just going to take the knight. And if you just simply move the knight, that's interesting actually. Just move the knight. I take the bishop, you recapture, I take. I know, I mean obviously I'd take the knight, but it does get a little bit wacky potentially. Maybe just a little bit wacky. But we shall see. Let me just make sure. Yep, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, they do take. Now I'm going to recapture. Rook is opened up on the queen. You could probably just develop the bishop. Maybe even block with your own bishop, actually. And then if I take, you take, I take. Or I don't know. I take. Ah, this is tricky, actually. Here, 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 here. I don't know how I feel about that, in all honesty. Wait, then I guess I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm panicking. Now I'm panicking. Now I'm panicking. Okay, they just block. They just block. Okay. Do I have bishop out here? Obviously, if you take, you lose that. Ugh. But then, you know, you could also probably just go c6. So I will develop my bishop, but not to anything crazy. No crazy squares. No crazy squares, but I would also like to bring this rook over, obviously. Because this bishop, only defended by the queen currently. I mean, presumably you would just bring this over. But could get a little bit interesting here. It could get interesting. Okay, you do bring the rook over. Now, I would like to bring the rook over without even thinking any further about it. And if you go here, I would assume I would just sort of have to move somewhere. But it's not really that clear where I'd want to move to. But I will bring the rook over. It just feels right. Bishop here. Oh, wow. No, you jump the knight. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Takes, takes, takes. Yeah, I think we can actually just take this bishop. I think I just take this bishop, right? You take, I take. If you take, I take. If rook takes, presumably I can just take again still, because your only piece to recapture with would be the queen, so I wouldn't be losing in exchange. But they go ahead and take the queen, so I'll obviously take here, of course. Maybe you take my bishop here. That'd be pretty gangster. No, you don't. Okay. Okay. So my bishop is potentially going to have to move. I think I'll just drop the bishop back a square. I mean, this just feels like... I mean, obviously the position isn't symmetrical, but in terms of material count, very equal. But I don't know. There's no weaknesses on either side to target. I say that, and then they just lash out with a pawn move, which is pretty wild. See, like, I have ideas of, like, bishop a4, for example, and if you take, I take, you take, and then the knight hangs. But I don't know how good that is. Maybe I could also just jump my knight in here. But again, I don't know. Maybe I want to move my knight over here to put some pressure down here. I don't know. That seems reasonable. Or maybe even play like this. I don't know. I don't know. Whoa. Oh, that is so stupid of me. That is just so stupid of me. That is unbelievably stupid of me. Hang on. Here. Here. Takes, takes. Oh my god. There must be a way to not lose an exchange here. There must be a way to not lose an exchange. Like if I go here, I'm hitting the rook. Oh, it's not looking pretty. Here, 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 here. I don't even have that. Oh my god. Oh wait, maybe I do have this. You're just going to get dangerously close to making a queen though, right? If you take and I take, I'm completely lost. So I actually have to recapture because I can't allow you to take and just make a queen. Oh dear, it's not the hottest start ever, is it? It's not the hottest start in the world. That sucks. That really sucks, actually. Okay, well, we're going to take the pawn, hitting this rook. And maybe it's not awful. I don't know, though. I don't know. I want to play like this, target this bishop, so maybe it has to move or something. I don't know. I don't know. At least we still have two rooks on the board, right? That's vaguely reassuring. That helps a little bit. Presumably. Presumably it helps having two rooks on the board still, but you know, they have two rooks still, so how good it really is I guess to be determined. If I go here, I hit this rook, so it presumably has to move, I want to say. You know, I want to say it has to move. But if you just go back over here, then I don't really have a square that I would, you know, really want to move to. Okay, this is very unfortunate, actually. So I'm going to have to play here. Okay, they take. Okay, this is now interesting. I'm going to take this rook. You take, I take. Ah, it's just completely over. I'm losing. I'm losing. Yeah, they're just going to be up a bishop here. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe go check, but then I just take, actually. So, that'd be nonsensical. Damn it, man. Okay, well, I do keep a knight on the board, but, you know, I'm just losing too many pawns now. I'm just losing far too many pawns now. Yeah, let's just resign. Just resign. Okay, black pieces. Let's try and avenge ourselves, shall we? D4, D5. Okay, we get a Queen's Gambit. I'm going to play a Marshal. If they take, you actually play C6, which is quite fun, but often it just transposes into a Slav because they never want to take, weirdly enough. If they take my knight now, they lose a bishop, and I open up my dark square bishop, which just feels great for me in all honesty. But now I guess I wouldn't have to double my pawns. Okay, this feels very, very committal to them. Let's attack their bishop, and then just drop back, right? If they push, for example. But they don't. Just wondering if we have this, you know, but we of course don't. So maybe I just open up the scope of my dark square bishop, potentially looking to develop to somewhere else. Short castling doesn't particularly feel like an option here, but you know, my opponent is going to be really, really tough for them to castle, in all honesty. It's going to be really, really tough for them to get castled. Hey, Mr. Max Chess, how are you this good evening? I'm very well, sir. How are you doing today? I saw you had the stream fired up earlier. I tuned in. I was absolutely loving it, my man. Some good games in there as well. You should probably just clip some of them up and upload them, honestly. There was some super good games in there. Okay, attack the knight. We shall attack the knight. But yeah, I mean, short castling in this game would just feel like, you know, insanity, right? It would just feel so ridiculous. Maybe I'd drop the bishop back and look to trade off. Yeah, I'm going to drop the bishop back, look to trade it off, because, you know, my dark squares are very, very weak. Okay, that's somewhat annoying, actually. Thanks so much, man. No, you're all good, sir. You are all good, sir. I was properly enjoying it. Take the pawn. And now my knight can actually jump into this square, right? Presumably it maybe gets a bit uncomfortable, though. But we do hit the queen, so I'd imagine their knight's going to take, yeah, because they probably want to keep this queen just smothering me on the dark squares, right? Maybe I go knight over. I mean, they're just so, like, attacking, aren't they, with these pawns? It just feels wrong. Just sucks that I had no mic today. Yeah, man, what's going on with the mic? Just put some tunes up and play some chess. Absolutely, sir. Hello, Max and DS. Yo, what's up, Sensei? How you doing, my man? How's it going, sir? Okay, I mean, I don't inherently feel any real need to take this pawn, right? Because then I feel like that light square bishop is kind of in hell right now. So maybe I just play like knight b6, sort of anticipating them to take. So, you know, I defend this pawn a little bit better. Maybe I could take with a knight. I'm also considering queen b6, right? Just putting some pressure down here, but obviously the rook defends, so feels a little bit nonsensical. We'll go knight b6. And I might have to short castle, right? But I don't know if I really like that. Don't know if I really like that. You having a good day today, Sensei? Yeah, be curious to see what my opponent does here. Be curious to see what they do. Maybe they just takes. They want this position to open up. Maybe they play like knight h3, bring the rook. But I don't know. I feel like my opponent has just like not been thinking and they've just been moving, you know, with like no real plan. I like the idea of recapturing this pawn with the knight. I know then I'm not really keeping my pawns connected, but I don't want to open up the e-file because then I'm, you know, liable to checks. And I also like recapturing, attacking the queen. This feels okay, you know. Maybe I can even play like a5 or something. I don't know. In all honesty, mic is fine, but the mic issues was more so that my dad's sitting in the office working, so I didn't want to be disturbing. He might need to put an all-nighter, apparently. Oh, damn. Fair play, man. Fair play. Your dad is on that grind. That's what we like to hear. Fair play, man. This bishop could also be a little bit of a sniper, right? If I could, you know, somehow, some way, jump over this pawn with my queen, I'd be feeling relatively happy. But yeah, we kind of do attack so many squares that the queen would maybe want to move to. If I push the pawn, which is like my innate instant, you know, desire, then of course this e6 pawn is just a goner. G7's very weak, so maybe I just get castled. But then I feel like I'm running into this, just everything just getting completely ripped open. But I will just castle. Yeah, been there. That's what we like to hear, sir. That is what we like to hear. If I go here and we queen trade, I don't know. I just feel pretty good about that. But also, I don't mind the idea of rook e8. Because then if you do push here, I take... My bishop is attacking this square, so your queen can't recapture, and the e-file. Yeah, let's play rook e8. I don't know if you saw it, but I won one of the games in 11 moves. God damn, you were smoking people. Jesus, man. That's crazy. 11 moves. Jesus. You were on smoke today. Good day, I guess, but it wasn't as productive as other days. You win some, you lose some, sir. You win some, you lose some. Also, if you push the pawn, I've realised I have check, and yeah, this could be pretty devastating, actually. So pushing here, probably not advised. Just because then, you know, I go check, eventually I'm going to recapture, Rook's opened up. A lot of pressure on this pawn. It's going to feel pretty good. So maybe they shouldn't allow queen g5 check. So f5 would presumably be a pretty big mistake. But what do I know? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. The knight finally enters the game. Okay. Considering pushing the pawn, of course. Also considering like rook c8. Also considering f6. Wait, is the queen trapped? Hang on, is the queen just trapped? I think the queen might be trapped. Okay, if I play f6, these squares are all cut off. This square's cut off, 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 cut off. I think f6 just traps the queen. Potentially. Very interesting process of elimination there, and they do just resign. Wow. So presumably f6 did in fact just trap the queen. Let's go to analysis quickly. Is f6 the best move? f6 is far and away the best move. Also quite likes a5, but f6. It then wants bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Presumably I could just play rook c8 though, right? And this looks wildly uncomfortable. Okay, boom. Today I just chilled, honestly. Went for a haircut, went for some side quests, and went shopping. God damn. Fair play, man. Fair play. That's a good day. That's a good day. Nice board vision. Thank you, sir. Knight move, trap the queen. It was to recharge for the following days. What you got coming up in the following days, man? What you got coming up? Boom, 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 boom. Jump the knight in. Scotch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Queen h4 is a move I don't think I have ever seen. So this should be interesting. Whoa, this is like wild. I mean, I presume the idea is they want me to play g3 and like fall for some like, you know, I don't know, below 1,000 elo stuff. Which is the sort of thing I would do, but oh my god, I almost just blundered that. Presumably knight c3, right? Defend this pawn, the knight stays defended. Now I'm pinned though. If I go here, okay, maybe I have to take the knight. Just so my bishop can then be developed without the queen needing to defend this square. But if I take, you take, I take, you go check, I block, you take. That doesn't feel, you know, great. I'm gonna take. This is tricky. This is insane. This is insane. Okay. Presumably my bishop just develops. I think I'm just down a pawn. This move queen h4 is insanity. Guess I'm just down a pawn. Queen d3. Oh wow, is queen d3 the move? Is queen d3 the move here? But if I go queen d3, I guess you take. I still take with the pawn double. So either way, my pawns are going to be double stacked. But at least I hold on to the pawn. I guess. I think that is what's happening. This is very weak. This is very weak. Maybe I just lift. Perhaps I just lift. Was also considering this, but obviously you just take with check. I recapture, then I lose my bishop as well. Maybe I just sort of develop the queen somewhere. I don't want to block the path of the light squared bishop though. You know, don't want to block that. Leave queen d3 as the move. I'm inclined to agree with you, yeah. Yeah, I completely missed that. I did completely miss that. Okay. I guess the one saving grace, we're down a pawn and we have double stacked c-pawns. I can't imagine this game going particularly well from here. But we do have the bishop pair, which does fill me with some semblance of joy, right? It does fill me with some semblance of joy. Not all hope is lost. Maybe I should have gone c4. Okay, hello bishop. If I push, you take, I take, then you can take, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I should go bishop here. Threaten to double the pawns. Don't know. We shall see. The knight jumps in. What about f3? You know, then we sort of take quite a few squares away from you. Let's go here. If you jump in, I'll go here. If you take, I take. It's fine. What's up, Tricky? How's it going, my man? How's it going, sir? Okay, they jump back. I'm just going to take this pawn. Okay, when are we taking on d5, though? How long has that been available for? Oh, I guess I could have just done that immediately here, couldn't I? Could have just done that immediately here. Hey-ho. Hey-ho. Here? So I want to, like, take, and take. Mainly studying because it's exam season from 22nd of January to 11th February, but the hard part is the following 2 weeks. Well, good luck for your exams, man. Hope it goes well. Hope it goes well, sir. If they push here, trying to hang on to this pawn, bye-bye rook. Feels pretty good, right? French is the only thing to be stressed out for me. Oh, I used to hate... I did Spanish, but... Yeah, I used to hate modern foreign languages. I know I'll cook in maths. Fair play, man. Fair play. Okay, what are they going to play here? Okay, I'm going to take and then take. I don't... see, this is actually frustrating because I have to go back here, but then I've got a bit of a horrible isolated pawn, actually. Well, I have quite a few, actually. I have 3 isolated pawns. This is horrible. This will be tough to defend. This could be tough to defend. Yeah, man, like, what? Maybe I just play here and here. Oh, it's ugly. It is ugly. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. That was ridiculously stupid. But okay. We move. We move. I guess I just go here. Oh, it's so annoying, man, because I'm just not going to be able to defend all this. This must be losing for me, right? This just has to be losing. Like, but I guess if you come over... Oh, God. Maybe I should go here, threaten back rank mate. Can't imagine they're going to be allowing me to back rank mate them. No, they're not. Which is a bit annoying. But it is what it is. If they take, I'll take, obviously. Whoa, what? That's just a free rook. What? Okay. Well, that's great. I mean, we take that for sure. We take that for sure. We'll take the free win. If that doesn't deserve a like on the stream, I couldn't possibly know what does. I couldn't possibly know. Come on, Caro-Kann, we get an exchange variation. Tricky like that one. Let's develop. Yeah, I like immediately asking a question of this bishop before they play like anything like knight e5. Because yeah, that kind of does terrify me. And e6. Holy like farming. Absolutely. Absolutely. Come on, take the knight. Don't start pinning me. Beautiful. That's magnificent, actually, dare I say it. Oh dear. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is, in fact, not magnificent. Oh no, you take with check, wouldn't you, actually? So I do have to move over. Which is, yeah, important. That's, of course, important. So let's do just that. Let's move somewhere. Not sure where, though. No, let's just go over. Let's just move over. Slide over to g6. That is frustrating though. We're playing against Mace Windu, which doesn't fill me with too much joy, considering he did absolutely batter Palpatine. So I don't really know how I feel about facing Mace Windu here. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Could do with some mental support here, guys. Whoa, what the hell, man? What the hell? This is tough. But presumably I can just take, right? And you can't actually recapture because, you know, your queen is kind of hanging. What the hell has just happened, actually? Let me take. What has just happened? What am I missing? What am I missing, squad? What am I missing? That purple lightsaber powers, yeah, man. Wish I had a purple lightsaber. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Take with check before we back up feels vaguely important, right? Feels vaguely important. Take with check. Okay. What's going on here? Just back up, get hit with this. Yeah, problematic actually. This is problematic. So perhaps I should just short castle. And if you take, I take. Because I fear that my bishop is potentially trapped here. Yes, it is. So we're going to short castle instead. And hang this. Nope, psych, the knight defends. That was lucky. Jesus effing Christ. How did you improve so much in such little time? Don't be fooled. I don't know when you're referring to, but I'm still just as awful as whenever you last thought I was bad. Bro, you got Drake in stream. Yeah, we got Paul like that these days. We got Paul like that. That hangs a queen. No, it doesn't, because then they do this. But then I'm still up, right? I'm still up material. So, like, although this is a pretty awesome sequence, like, I am still gonna... Oh, no! Because the bishop's hanging! Damn it! Okay. Okay. Take the knight. You take my bishop, I take your queen. Okay, take the knight. You take my bishop, I take your queen, you take my queen. And it's equal. You're winning, though. Let's hope so. Because I would certainly like to win today. I would certainly like to be winning. More often than what I have been, that's for sure. See, like, I could also just take this pawn. So it's like, what's calling out to me currently? Not a whole lot, if I'm being completely honest. Do I want to be up a pawn? Do they then have some mental move that's going to make me want to, like, scream? I guess if I take the pawn, you take the pawn, I take the pawn, you take my knight, I take your bishop. I can't take the pawn. What the hell am I talking about? Why am I, like, drawing diagonals? What the hell am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? I've lost my damn mind. I have lost my damn mind. Okay, push. You cannot take the pawn. Yeah, I don't really know what was going on there. Queens don't make such moves. Ironically, this might be a worse position. Worse than what? What was the... Where do you think I went wrong, sir? Where do you think it all went wrong? Okay. I don't feel that much good will come from me taking this pawn, so I'm just going to bring my other rook to the centre. Yeah, I didn't see much good coming from that. My knight could now potentially jump in over here, though. And then maybe we're preparing just to push, and I'm also attacking this pawn, which feels good. But obviously this is a big threat, so I'm going to defend by playing rook e7. Right, rooks are on dark squares, which feels pretty safe. Okay, they take, let's of course recapture. Feels important. Don't hang the queen. Yeah, fortunately I traded off those queens pretty swiftly. Got them off the board pretty swiftly. This light square bishop, not filling me with too much joy, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Okay, jump the knight in. Boom. Nice and solid. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Whoa. Push. Huh. Yeah, let's push. I don't see anything crazy here that I should be playing. Maybe if they double stacked, I'd be a little bit frightened. Maybe, just maybe. That would scare me. Takes. Presumably I take with the rook, right? So then we have to kind of trade. Whoa. What? What? Push? Yeah, I'm going to push. I'm just going to push. Maybe you go here. But then I just like go here or something and then threaten. What? What am I missing? What am I missing, Squadron? Here, here. Here. Yeah, I think we can just take here, because then we're also threatening this fork, right? I think I can just take here. With the idea of going rook e1. Or am I just talking out of my absolute behind? We'll never know. Not sure this knight sacrifice against Mace Windu is the wisest idea. You know, I feel like he's got a bit of a short fuse. Might just, you know, snap my neck or something. But we will play knight takes on g4, however. It's over, Anakin. I have the bishop pair. Can you imagine that was the line? Obi-Wan just dropping some serious chess lore on Anakin in the middle of a battle on a volcano planet. I can't imagine Anakin would be overly happy with that. Max Chess Brilliancy. Oh, baby. Oh. When Tricky comes in the chat with gas like that, it's just, that's one way to make your evening. That's one way to make your evening, you know? This is nice, brilliant move. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a real rarity on this channel, so it does have to be celebrated, actually. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can block with the knight. 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 Whoop, 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 whoop. We can block with the knight. Feels good. Feels good. Feels pretty darn good. Oh, that feels so good. If you go here, well, you can't actually. What the hell am I calculating? Oh, I am so glad that when the rook comes over, I can block with the knight. That is just so great. Okay, block with the knight. Now we're just, you know, seriously threatening some absolute shenanigans. So, it's just too good to be true. Come on, Mace Windu. Hit that resign button, sir. Hit that resign button. Oh. Comical timing. Comical timing. There we see it. One brilliant move. What a rarity that is on the channel. Feels good, though. Feels good. Okay, Caro-Kann. Boom, boom, boom. Alien Gambit. No. Definitely not. We'll play this classical variation. Alien Gambit in a rapid game would be like the most disrespectful thing on planet Earth. That would just be so disrespectful. Not that I would expect to, you know, be able to defend such a position if someone did that to me, but I just wouldn't even do that to anyone. That just feels nasty. That just feels nasty. That's somewhat annoying, actually. Can I go here? I really don't want to lose my bishop. I'd be quite sad to let the dark square bishop go. So I think we might actually just step forwards and then play like h3. Bro got done in worse than when Anakin sliced him for hurting Palpatine. Yeah, Mace Windu did just get kind of messed up there. It feels bad, man. It feels bad. Oh, man, every time I rewatch that film, part of me just hopes to God that Anakin just isn't gonna, like, absolutely rip his arm off, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take, just because I don't want to be lured away over here with the queen. I don't want anything like that. You go back, I go here or something. Maybe knight jumps in, actually. Maybe knight jumping in makes more sense. Hit the bishop. Maybe that makes more sense. Like, we just dominate, like, every light square imaginable, right? So, like, this bishop is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Huh, okay. Use your big brain, Max. If I were Hikaru Nakamura, what would I do? I probably wouldn't be in this position, because I guarantee I've made many, many mistakes already. Many, many mistakes. Don't know what I would do. Don't know what I'd do. Favourite Star Wars movie? Oh, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. So 5 or 6. Sequels, they don't count. They're not Star Wars films. You know, not in my eyes. I'm gonna leave my knight here. Why would I move that? Can I prepare like this? Can I go Queen D3, target this weakness? Feels reasonable. Feels reasonable. I'm also, oh, that's annoying potentially, but maybe F3. I don't know. I just don't know. Whoa. Woucher. Hello there. Hello there. What's your favourite Star Wars film, D-Square? What you got for me, man? What was my whole plan? My whole plan was to go C4, right? Takes, bring the rook over or something, I don't know. Or something. Let's go C4. 7 to 9 was ass. I really hated 8 though. Oh, it was so bad, wasn't it? It was so bad. So bad. Hopefully they just like move their rook over and just completely hang this. That would just be mwah, chef's kiss. That would be mystical. Potentially. Or, you know, if like they ever push this pawn, then this pawn is literally just hanging. So, you know, these are things to look out for, I feel like. I feel like I should be more aware of these sorts of things. Oh, hello there. Hello there. If I just simply back away, then we unfortunately hang this pawn. I do need to hang on to this pawn. So I'm going to drop back here. My fave is probably between Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith is a very close third for me. I do really, really like it. It's a great film. I want to drop back. But then am I running into like you just pushing? So maybe I drop back all the way. Feels very passive. People also sleep on the Phantom Menace. Oh, Darth Maul is like the coolest villain of all time in anything ever. He's so cool. Like the way he's introduced, like when the doors open, bro like pulls out his dual wield freaking lightsaber, ignites one half, and we're all like, oh, nice, yeah, whatever. Ignites the other half. Everyone goes have some sort of seizure. It's brilliant. This is annoying. Ugh, just leave me alone, Bishop. Just go away, right? Like, just leave me alone. Please, leave me alone. I'm too young to die. Please don't hurt me. Danger levels. Takes. Check. You block. Takes. Don't know. Worth considering. Okay, you drop back here. No. Here. No, there's nothing in that. Where do I go? I think I will hit the bishop. Right, we'll hit the bishop. Okay, they just simply take. That's fine. I think that's fine. Oh, wait, maybe that wasn't okay. I think they just had tactics. I think they just had this check. I mean, they have this fork anyway. This is just awful. This is awful. If I go here, you take... I don't know, I've got nothing, do I? So I should... oh my god, I can't defend everything. I just can't defend everything. Let's go here and here. This is awful now. This is awful. This is awful. Hello, Rook. Please don't hurt me. I am too young to die. Ugh. Oh my god, it's a check. They find it. Oh. This is brutal. This is brutal. Yeah, that feels like resignation territory. Max Chess, do you have any pets? Tell us what pets you would like in the future. I have a dog. I have a dog, a Cocker Spaniel. He is an absolute bundle of energy. He's absolutely terrifying. He doesn't stop moving ever. Any pets I would like in the future? A dog. Like when I buy a house, I would like my own dog. A man's best friend. Libosh. Feel the need to long castle this game. Don't know. Got a real masculine urge just to long castle this game. I would resign, sad. You'll get me in the next one, mate. Let's bloody hope so. Let's hope so, eh? I had the stream minute behind. Oops. Lagging behind. Lagging behind. I feel like we got quite a nice position here, actually. I feel like we have quite a nice position here. Takes. Open G file. I am assuming that this doesn't work, but I really want to go for it. I really want to go for it. I had one bearded collie dog before, but I always have been more of a cat fan. That's fair enough, I get that. I definitely get that, man. Cats are pretty cool. I cannot take that, you moron, Max. I can give a check, which, you know, kind of gets me out of any sort of immediate peril, which feels reasonable. So let's give a check, and then maybe just start throwing this up the board. Maybe this is okay. Maybe, just maybe, this is okay. Or maybe if the rook comes over, I'd actually play queen h5. Just to put a load of pressure on this pawn. But I don't know if the rook is going to come over. Whoa! Hello, queen. I can hit the queen. Hitting the queen feels like a real no-brainer, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to hit the queen. Man, you're talking about doggos makes me sad. Had to say goodbye. Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so sad, isn't it? 'Cause a dog is just part of the family. You know what I mean? Like, a dog is just part of the family. So that is honestly so sad, man. That is honestly so sad. Let's go here. Still sucks to come home and he's not there to greet you. It's always the little things, isn't it? It is always the little things. Oh dear. Okay, well this is actually quite problematic for me now. Potentially. I would assume that they would take my bishop here, but then the knight is very powerful on d4, so presumably they just don't actually have to. Yeah, I'm just going to go for this. I realise it's not the best looking position, but hey ho. Yeah, they're family. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Weakness. Ugh, how can I not take that? You know what I mean? How could I not take that? Potentially I'm going to have to lift my king. Right, potentially I'm going to have to lift my king. Just so that if there's any like shenanigans with rook a2, bishop a3, my rook can come defend. But I don't know. Oh, double stack. God damn. God damn. Hello there. What is the play? What is their play? I actually don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna like play really aggressively, which is actually kind of stupid. So maybe I should just drop back. Whoa! I didn't even see that was hanging. How did I not see that was hanging? How did I not see that? What the hell? Okay, well, nice one, Max. How did I not see that? That was very embarrassing. That is very embarrassing. But we move. We move. Oh, I really want to play here. I really want to go rook g1, just because if you push, I can take with check. You know, opening... Whoa, they actually allow me to take with check. Why would they? Okay, thank you, sir. Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't know. Is this actually better than taking? I would assume not, actually. I would assume taking is better. But I do like the idea of going here. The only issue is it's only good if the pawn takes, right? Because then I have this fork. But I'm going to take because obviously the rook could just recapture and then I wouldn't have a fork. Let's go here. So we hit the rook, right? Which is probably a good idea. And if they just go back to the square they were on, that's wildly problematic for them. Do 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 do. Whoa! Hey rook. Here. And then maybe like this. I don't know. Let's go check. Then take. Then maybe go here. I feel pretty good about this. I know. I don't know. I feel pretty good about this position. But I don't know why, because they have a bishop, and bishops always seem to muller me. I do get mullered by bishops. But yeah, I feel like this is tricky. We're given a check. They've moved over. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take the rook. This is my plan. I mean, if you take the knight, that would just be very bad, obviously. So they take my rook. Okay. Makes sense, right? So, now I'm going to go here. Attack the bishop. Attack the pawn. If you just come in here, defending both, then I give some checks or something. I don't know. Whoa. Just takes. This must just be winning now, right? This must just be winning. This is pinned. I can attack both at the same time, potentially, if the rook comes over to defend. Okay. This is an issue, though, potentially, right? Potentially an issue. So let's go here. And then maybe just start flying my pawn up the board. Should I be defending or pushing? See, that's what I find tricky to know. Yeah, I might come over and defend. I may come over and defend, actually. Yeah, I think I'll come over and defend. The king can't leave the defense of this pawn, obviously. I know they would love to just come over here and take, but, you know, you don't want to lose, you know, your only real threat. But yeah, this is tough. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of struggling here. Like maybe I come down, just I don't know. And then maybe so we have a check. They come in here, then have another check, which is this feels good actually. This feels good because then I can get my rook on g4. Yeah, I can get my rook situated on g4, which just acts as like the most beautiful blocker in the world. This now acts as like the most beautiful little blocker in the world if they ever were to push. But now I imagine just start getting active, right? Just get active. Could be wrong though. Wouldn't put it past me to be wrong here. Yeah, maybe I just lift. Maybe I push. If you give a check, I can always just come up here. And if you come in behind, then I'd have rook b4. Yeah, I like pushing actually. Check. I step up to d3. Yeah, step up to d3. You come in behind, I come in behind, and this trade just would not benefit you in the slightest, right? Just wouldn't benefit you in the slightest. So yeah, my plan is just going to be to march up the board now. Just to absolutely get marching. I mean, maybe they go rook g2. Maybe rook g2, like preparing to push. But, you know, trading the pawns would feel great. So, and I'm going to push these together. I'm going to push my pawns together. Okay, they give a check, so I will just simply step over. I don't know. I don't want to completely throw this game away, though. We're up a pawn. And the fact that we have these two connected feels really, really good, actually. So let's go. If I go here, you attack, I push, you attack, I get in behind, we're fine, we're fine. We're so fine right now. We're so fine right now. Oh, here? Right? Maybe I could have just gone here anyway, actually. Could I have just simply pushed? And then if you took, I push, you go here, and... No, yeah, I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I'm doing the right thing. It's so difficult for them to push either pawns, right? Because I'm just completely cutting everything off. I feel like we're playing quite a nice endgame here, so far. Touch wood, you know, touch wood. Touch wood. But they feel pretty stuck. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. Do I just simply step up now? Just because then if your king does leave the defense of this rook, you're in a bit of trouble. So I'm going to step up. We're going to play king e4. We'll play king e4. Yesterday my endgames were so bad, so hopefully I can try rectify somehow, some way, you know what I mean? Like, God damn. Maybe you're looking to get some checks underneath. So maybe I just go rook c3. Just so that if you do give a check, I can block. Oh, maybe that's not the play, though. Maybe that's just not the play. Maybe if you give the check, I should come towards you. Don't know. Seriously struggling. If I block, I don't want to repeat. If I come here, what is the threat? You go here. I then go here. I feel like you're in a bit of trouble, actually. Feel like you're in a bit of trouble. Rook c3. Rook c3. Oh, I did play rook c3. Hopefully that was when you said it. Okay, they go after that pawn. Let's push. Just trying to keep everything as solid as possible. Just trying to keep everything as solid as possible. Maybe like push, takes, push. Then you just don't even have a move, right? Oh my god, wait, push? Then all of this is cut off. Oh my god, I'm pushing. I'm absolutely pushing here. Absolutely, I'm pushing here. Go check. You just step up. But then maybe I go... Oh no, I'm going to push. Now maybe I go after the pawns. This is tough, man. This is so tough. But like, you can't defend both at the same time. Maybe if you try to take mine, that would not be problematic because I have this. My rook defends my pawn. You can't defend both of yours at the same time. And once this threat is gone, I will be so much like more anxiety free. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure this is completely winning for anyone that's remotely good at chess. Like, I reckon most people could win this with their eyes closed. But in the heat of battle, these pawns make me so anxious, it's unbelievable. Whoa! Okay. Just take, right? Because I think I want to keep my pawn here, just in case this one ever pushes. If I take with a pawn, this one's free, right? So take with a king. Leave the pawn here, is my thinking. Probably stupid. Just take. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to just take. I'm going to just take. I'm going to just take. And then I'm going to try and march my king towards to defend this pawn. Then my rook could maybe watch this one just promote. I don't know. I don't know. This feels problematic for them. I'm just going to bring my king over. Just going to bring my king over. You give another check. Do I just block? I don't know. I don't really know how I win this with the king here. I don't know how I win this. I don't know how I win this, actually. I feel great about the king defending this pawn, because now my rook feels, you know, a bit more free. Whoa, 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 whoa. That feels like such a big mistake. Oh my god, that was a big mistake from me! Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Please just take. Please just take. Please just take. Please just take. Oh my god, I've just thrown so badly. I've just thrown so badly. Oh my god. Clearly I need to game review. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, that is frustrating. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. Damn. Damn it. Okay, let me go back, because that is a big learning moment for me. That is a very big learning moment for me. Okay, here, 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 here. Oh, so stupid, man. So stupid. Just get the king out the way. How do I win this, though? Okay, let's just say you went all the way back. Rook b1, best move. It then wants rook e3. If you then just give a check. King c5. Do you not just keep checking me forever? King d5, rook d1. King c4, rook c1. Rook c3. I mean, this just feels like it would go on forever. Like I build, okay, I go here, rook h1, and then it just wants me to come back over here, rook c1, rook c3, rook a3. I mean, does this not just? No, this is driving me up the wall. How the hell does one win this without just not being infinitely checked? Rook c1, and then it just wants king d5. I'm just being checked to death. Hang on. King c4, rook c1, king d5. I mean, how is this like even remotely okay? Then it wants me to go this way. This is just insane. I'm just following like all the top moves. Okay, now it wants king d3. Oh, I guess I just can't stand in front of this pawn, right? Rook d1. And then when I finally have, you know, king e2 or king c2, I don't think it matters. Unless you go rook d6. I go rook a6. They go rook d4. Rook a8, maybe just threatening promotion. Do you not just have this? No, because I just go king b3, and even if you were to take, I'd then promote. Okay. Okay. Every day's a school day, people. Every day is a school day. Okay, well, a draw. That's tough. That's kind of tough, I'm not going to lie. Okay, playing Ahmed. I believe that's Eden Hazard in their profile picture. They are 1700, about 100 elo higher up than me. So let's hit them with a Steinitz counter gambit. Let's do that. Okay, we get a London. I'm going to take. And then just develop the knight. Cannot believe they're playing the London against me. Just simply cannot believe it. Okay, hello bishop. Let's go here. Vardy, that's Jamie Vardy. I can't even see. Are you sure? Oh wait, that does say Vardy, doesn't it? Why do I think that was Hazard? That is just so tiny on my screen. That is so tiny on my screen. But you are absolutely right, Drake, sir. You are absolutely right. Maybe I trade off the bishops here. And just sort of get castled. Sing us a song. I hope that's not talking to... Oh no, you put Drake. I thought you meant me sing you a song. I was like, look, none of us want that. None of us want that. Do 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 do. Damn, you got Drake in the chat. You're playing Jamie Vardy. Not to mention you have Mace Windu show up for a game too. Honestly, man, we've gone global. We've gone global. Somehow, some way, we've gone global. It's kind of insane. And we're falling into one move itis now. Max drops some bars. Look, nobody wants to hear that, okay? Nobody wants to be hearing that. No one needs that in their lives. That can't happen. You know, barring some, like, insane throw. It's a, you know, pretty drawish position currently, it feels like. How's the collab with Diddy coming? That's insane. That's insanity. Let's go here. Kind of like this. Oh my god, you can just take this pawn. Can I pin you? Can I not just pin you though? Am I at least going to win a pawn back? Oh, you just take here, don't you? Take, take, take. Damn it. The max chess wrap. Yo, someone else got to make that, okay? This. I'm not Magnus Carlsen, okay? I don't go about making diss tracks. That might have been the hardest thing to ever come out of like 2020 or whenever he made that. That diss track was kind of insane. I'll produce for you. Trust me, nobody wants this. Let's go here. You obviously can't defend this pawn. I just feel like this is going to be an issue. You know, these two pawns here are presumably going to be my downfall in this game. Presumably. But we'll see. If I want to get back to 1700, I do have to start beating 1700s. Boom, 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 boom. That's maybe a little bit problematic, this. Okay. I mean, I feel like I could just push. Maybe. Let's just push. See what happens. If you go here, I just move over. I'll just move over. When did you start playing chess, Max? It's a loaded question. I don't know. Maybe like 2022 is what I'm gonna say. But I started playing seriously maybe 5 months ago. But I played on and off in like 2022. That's the answer I give anyway. I'd quite like to get my rook on this second rank. So I might go here. You know, and then even if you give a check, I just move over. You take, I take. We've got quite a nice little passer. Potentially. Potentially. Let's go here. Oh, they can take the pawn which defends. Oh, no, they can't. Oh, they can. They can take the pawn, because if I take, I lose my rook. That's wild. That's wild. They can just take this pawn on d5. You got up to that rating in such a short time. Yeah, man. I don't know what I was like 4 months ago. Maybe like 1200 or something. Was I 1200 4 months ago? What are we now? We're January. I don't know. I know a year ago I was 1100. That was a year ago. But yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I was. Let's go here. Oh, you can just take the pawn, you moron, Max. What is wrong with me today? What is wrong with me? Oh, wow, they don't take the pawn. Okay. My opponent is not playing particularly accurately, which is obviously very fortunate for me. I'll have to go on my account and see what I was a few months ago. Maybe I wasn't as low as that. I don't know. So tough to remember, isn't it? I mean, It's just wild. Let's lift this just so there's no back rank mate ever, because that would just really wind me up. That'd be the worst way to go out. My only flex that in April 2025 I was 450 rapid. God damn. You do puzzles? Absolutely. I do a lot of puzzles every day. Puzzles are very important. Very important. I feel like eventually they're going to jump the knight back here if I ever push the c2. So that's annoying actually. Wonder if I have some sort of shenanigans here. Like I go here, they take, I play, oh no, I don't have this check, do I? I thought I had this check, but the rook would just take. Oh, so annoying. Oh, I'm playing such stupid moves. The ideas just aren't there. The ideas just aren't there. I'm going to push and they're just going to jump back, aren't they? So, I'm just going to drop back. Just drop back. Now you have this. Now you have this. In the upcoming local chess team tournament that we'll be playing, our first board won't play. God damn, why is that? Why is that, Sensei? Spill the tea, sir. Spill the tea. Okay, go check. The ideas are not IDing. Ideating. No, you are correct. Lost Father. Hello, sir. How are you today? How are you doing today? I might. Oh, I can't even go after this pawn because then you take and defend, and it's. Oh, I'm getting quite wound up at this game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go here. You're gonna take. I'm gonna try and infiltrate like this, but it's a stupid idea. It's a stupid idea. Health issues. Oh damn, man. I hope they get better soon. Damn, it's always tough when stuff like that gets in the way. What's up, Lost Father? How you doing, my man? How are you doing today? Yeah, I mean, I'm down 2 pawns. Right, like this is just insurmountable, it feels like. You know, do some insane stuff. Oh, now this pawn's pushing. I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane. This is tough. I'd say off for the repetition. I'm sorry, but I'm boring like that. Yeah, maybe I should have. My rook is under threat, so we're going to move over. Tough. Very tough game. Very tough game. Oh. Check. Okay. Not seeing anything too wild, fortunately. If they give me knight e4, that feels problematic, right? This feels somewhat problematic, actually. This does feel somewhat problematic. Maybe this is... I mean, it is losing, isn't it? Of course it's losing. But maybe if I could just give checks or something, you know... Maybe. You know, maybe. Now I have to play first board, which means I'll be playing an average of 1900 FIDE. 1900 FIDE! That's insane, man. That's insane. Some people are just insane at chess, aren't they? It's actually wild. I think I might have a repetition, but I don't know. I think I might. Tough to tell. Tough to tell. Yeah, good luck, Sensei. That's actually wild, man. That's actually wild. If you ever come down here, right, this is this is just mate. So I think, is it a repetition? I have no idea. Maybe they just keep walking towards me. Is that actually an option? That's awful. That is awful news. That is awful news. Okay, I'll give a check. Please block with the rook. Okay, they didn't block with the rook. That's understandable. That is understandable. Let's go here. Oh. Where are they going to go now? Just keep walking towards me and you are just so safe. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. Oh. Stop checking, you're just helping them bring the king. Yeah, I fear this is over anyway. This passer is a little bit too dangerous for me. A little bit too dangerous for me. Oh my god, I almost just hung my rook. Very frustrating game. Hey ho, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, resign. Completely losing. Completely losing. Yeah. They had a mate on the board. They had a mate on the board. Okay, here we go. Here we go. E4. Develop, develop, develop. Beautiful. Okay, the Schmidt variation. Let's just develop. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Okay, let's now go here. I think they probably could have won this pawn. It was bad, but not that bad. It just got worse, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty horrific towards the end. I didn't play inherently bad, to be fair. I just gave them a pawn early on, which I guess is inherently bad, isn't it, by definition? So, but hey ho. On to the next one. On to the next one. Let's get castled, and yeah, try and develop our way out of this mess. I'm going to go here. If you ever open up this light squared bishop, it feels important to play h3. Feels important to play h3. I need to sort my posture out. I'm like seriously slouching. It's awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. I don't really see what else they're going to do. Outside, I mean, the only moves I would deem an option would be to open this up, maybe push 2 squares actually, but takes. Yeah, no, maybe push this pawn, d5. Maybe I'd open up my e file. I don't really know. Oh wow, I hadn't even considered a5 to be an option. Hadn't even considered a5. I'll go a3. I play a3. Just because I wouldn't mind that trade inherently. Let's go over, maybe threaten to push. That could be okay. Well, yeah, so they do push. Push. Takes. Yeah, I'm going to push. Just going to push. It feels reasonable. Maybe I could... Oh, hello there, sir. Hello there. Oh, I've got such an itchy nose. Okay. Potentially problematic. Potentially. Because if I just push, you just take. Right? And if I take, you take. Oh, I didn't mean to bring that up. So, I'm wondering, thinking out loud here, if this is a move. But then maybe I'm allowing this, which is silly. So maybe I have to go here. But then you take. Oh, dear. Okay. Okay, maybe I just move over and allow you to take... No, because if I just move over, you just take on f2. Moron, Max. So f2 is a big weakness. I need to defend that, obviously. Need to defend that big time. So presumably I'm just going to lift this. When you take, though, I do need to be cautious of this bishop coming out and skewering my queen and rook. Do need to be cautious of that. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Bishop e3 runs into a fork. Bishop e3, yes. Yes. Yeah, bishop e3 just looks, I mean, just awful in this position anyway. I feel like just running into so many tactics. I might just step over, so I'm, attacking this twice, but also threatening bishop takes on h6. That feels okay. If you just come back over, obviously I can't then take, but I could play like h3, for example. There are options. I could take the rook first, and then go h. No, that would not be good, actually. Okay, they take. Can I go here first or something? I'm going to take this rook with check. Take. I'm going to take here first, then take the knight after. Because there's not a way to defend this and attack my bishop at the same time. Oh my god, you moron. Deep breaths, Max. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. God, chess will be the actual death of me, I swear. I swear, if everyone in my house wasn't asleep, I'd actually be like ripping the walls down. It's insane. It's so insane. Insane. Okay, let's just develop. I should have gone d4. I know I should have played d4. I know for a fact I should have played d4. So stupid. Let's go bishop d2. Nope. Let's go here. Let's go here. Takes. Yeah, this looks better. This looks and feels a lot better, actually. Take and get castled. Maybe long castle. No, I'm not going to long castle. Let's just do that. D square. With the sad emote. Thank you, brother. It's tough times out here, man. It's tough times. Simple trick always works, trust me. Just ask yourself what your opponent wants and you'll be avoiding a lot of tricks. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Don't know what I want. Don't know what I want from this game. Maybe I'm going to go after this. Just if I could double your pawns or something. But I don't think I'd want to open this g-file. This just feels like such a wasted move. Feels like a wasted move. Whoa! Hey, rook. Hey there, rook. That's kind of terrifying. We must defend. We must defend. Defend diligently. Okay, hello, queen. You're kind of terrifying over here. But, I wouldn't mind losing this exchange. If that is what you're playing for. No, you're playing for the bishop to come out. This doesn't work, right? I could just take this because this isn't mate because of this. Right? Unless your rook's coming out. What is happening right now? What is actually happening right now? I'm going to try queen trade. I'm going to attempt to queen trade. Tough times never last, only tough people last. That is the funniest quote of all time. That man needs knighting. He actually needs knighting. I think they're trying to prepare this, like rook over and sack here. If I just were to lift here. Don't know. Just don't know. Bring the knight over. Covering a lot of squares that the queen might want to go to. Okay. If I can go here and here, then we can definitely trade queens because they'll be pinned. You open the G file for your opponent. Was it really worth it? Probably not. Probably not. Just want to trade queens though. Damn it! What a snake! Let's take the pawn then. Or I guess just bring a rook over. I guess just because if I can just trade down material, I'll be feeling very, very happy. If I can just trade down material, I'll be feeling pretty great. They are threatening mate yet again, so let's go here to defend. What are they doing with their king? What are they doing with their king? What is happening right now? What is happening right now? I tell you what, let's bring this into the game. Let's bring this into the game. If they step forwards, maybe I just give a check or something. Okay, hello there. Again, I'm just going to try my absolute best to force a queen trade. Of course they avoid, like the plague. Do 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 do. I kind of want my knight here just to block this, just to, you know, negate this bishop completely. Are they pre-moving? Why are they pre-moving? Maybe they weren't pre-moving. Rook A to E1, Queen E5, never mind. Yay, he got the meme. Oh dear. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, wait, maybe I have some nice ideas. Maybe I go check, you come over, and then I just trade this off and win. That's the plan. If you go Queen D2, I'll move the knight. Queen D2, I'll move the knight. I think. Okay, you take the pawn. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Check. Come over, check. Yeah, I mean, we definitely give this check. If you come over here, then I'd have this check, and we'd have to trade. If you go up here, have this, and you lose the bishop. Let's go here. Let's go here. Do 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 do. Huh. Tell you what, I'm just going to go here, threatening mate. That makes most sense to me. That makes most sense. Just, you know, threaten mate. I mean, wait, this is just mate no matter what, actually, isn't it? It's just mate no matter what. Hallelujah! Beautiful game. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I keep on pressing analysis by accident. I don't want to analyse that game. I will analyse off stream. This may be the last game, chat. This may be the last game. We shall see how we go, though. You never know. This might be a really quick one. This might be a really quick one. Oh, that's annoying. Let's kick you back. Open this up, potentially. I go here and just long castle. I think I will long castle this game. I think I will definitely long castle this game. Damn. Sometimes when my opponent doesn't resign, I have to admit I do BM a little and promote to like knights and bishops and tries to get mate like that. Did it the other day and mated him with the king plus 2 knights. That's very cool. I bet they were fuming, but at the same time it's cool, right? It's good practice as well. It's good practice, so I don't know. I don't think chess.com could be too mad about that. But maybe they are, who knows? Maybe they are. Okay. I think I will take, just because, you know, whatever you recapture with feels a little bit misplaced. Okay, the rook certainly feels misplaced. Oh my god, I almost just completely blundered. That was close, gang. That was close. I will long castle. I mean, if you don't resign, what can I say? Yeah, man, that's what the button's for. That's what the button's for. Fair play if they actually stay them. I guess they are potentially thinking you might stalemate, which makes sense, right? It makes sense. That's why a lot of the time I will stay. If they have, like, especially in bullet, right? Like, if they have so many more pieces than me, I'm gonna stay. Don't know how I feel about this game currently. Don't know how I feel. It's nice that the queen's path is blocked. Oh wait, this is a blunder because you can take. Oh, this is stupid. This is just stupid. This was such a bad move, right? Takes. Oh, I'm playing so badly right now. That is so annoying. They can just take. Opens up the queen. This is bad. Yeah, this is bad. Very, very silly of me. Very, very silly of me. Oh dear. Oh wow, okay. I think they should have taken my knight, forking these pieces. But I am very grateful that they did not do that, of course. Wow, okay. We've been given a lifeline. Wow. No, you take attacking the rook. Yeah, but I think then they take as well, right? Like, so like I take hitting the rook, but when they take this knight hitting my queen and rook, it doesn't particularly matter, right? Right? Hang on, so they're up a piece here, so this makes it equal. Now they're up a piece, I take, they take, they'd just be up a piece, no? Unless I'm absolutely lagging. Unless I'm lagging. Yeah, they need to bring their knight into the game. That should maybe be their play. That should maybe be the play. And then I'm going to go like, I don't know, bring a rook over. Which rook, though, is, you know, beyond me. It's beyond me how people calculate that. Do. Yeah, I'll have to look at it after the game. I'm sure you're right, though. But yeah, I like it when I have a simple plan. Bring a rook to f8, push the f-pawn, take everything, punch the king in the forehead, wait for them to resign. Well, this is just a beautiful outpost. Like, I'm going to put my knight here if you let me. Maybe you go here. Who knows? Who knows? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, sir. What they got for me? I think they should probably develop their knight, get castled, fly everything over here, and just start expanding everything. Friends, it's time for me to close my eyes a little. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. Good night, Sensei, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you very much, sir. Have a wonderful evening. Let's go here. And then I think I want to play f5. What could prevent me from playing f5? I don't think a whole lot could. Maybe you short castling. Could pretend. No, I still think I'd play it, right? I still think I play it, because if you take... I go check, threatening this pawn. And then, like, the position's opened up a bit. It's quite nice. 'Tis quite nice. But yeah, I think I go check, take this. Oh wait, but you have king h2. That's potentially a little bit stupid actually. But at least the position's opened up nonetheless. Right, how bad can it be? Like now I just double stack or something. We'll be absolutely fine. We will be fine. Can I interest you in one game, Mr. Max? I think I'm going to come off after this game, man. But we can absolutely play tomorrow night. We can absolutely play tomorrow night. I do need some revenge because you've been absolutely rocking my world. So I would so be down for tomorrow if that's okay with you, my man. But yeah, I think after this game I'm going to try get an early night. Oh god, I've actually just gone ahead and trapped my queen. I think I've just trapped my queen. Oh, so stupid. That is just so stupid. Oh, so dumb. So dumb! Okay, well, resign. I think we're... yeah. I deserve to lose that for sure. I definitely deserve to lose that. Let's come all the way back. Let's see where this game went wrong. Bosh, 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 bosh. Here, here, here. Here, knight goes back. I go here. Yeah, I think this is just completely winning for white, actually, yeah. I did think it was, because knight takes on d4. Well, best move is actually just knight takes on d4, then queen takes. That's the best sequence. I went for this, but they just have knight takes on c6. Then I have to go like this, and then they just recapture and they're just up a piece. So I really got away with it at the start of the game. I really got away with that one. But yeah, I mean, it just wasn't an overly clean game anyway, was it? I got very, very lucky. Even here, they're just completely... oh no, it's not. It just wasn't loading. Apologies. Takes, takes. Yeah, I just played such a bad game. Then rook e2 traps the queen. Boom! God damn. God damn. God damn. Well, I am going to call it there, you wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you very much to all of those that tuned in, that liked the stream, that have subscribed. Absolute legends. Hopefully I will see you guys again tomorrow evening around similar time. But guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Good.